All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. It is the day after Thanksgiving. It is Black Friday, November 25th, 2022. More than likely, you guys are probably just relaxing at home, enjoying some breakfast with the family. They probably stayed over. You're at a friend's house or a family's house, enjoying. If you're watching the YouTube, I absolutely appreciate it. I don't expect a ton of people to be online this morning, but if the market's open, we are working. And the market is only open today till 1. So, again, still things to watch. Let's see what we get. Let's get to it. Before we begin, I'd be remiss to mention. I hope that's the right terminology. Reminisce to mention. I'd be remiss. That's the word. I'd be remiss to not mention our Black Friday deal is live. $1,500 for 12 months. It's an annual plan. 50% off the regular price if you did month to month. For premium includes option trades, entries, and exits with the charts. Futures as well. Sometimes there's not some options trades. We are long ES. We were 5 points away from target. Forex trades as well. We're throwing that as well again as the options market. Again, when you have expiries and such, Forex and futures gives a little more flexibility. Investment club. Yeah, I have to say that's probably my favorite one. That's the one I'm on the most. That's where I talk about stocks, macroeconomy, and where I'm investing myself. Today is 5G Friday. GAR News Network. We also do the radio. We also post our blog. We also have our Twitter on the Discord. So everything is really much on there. It's a one-stop shop or one-step place for all traders who trade with GAR Capital. And of course, our weekly watch video on Sundays. And Nick Giacomo, one of our VPs, also does a nightly video for our premium members. This is the Premium Signals Black Friday sale. If you are interested, feel free to go on Instagram and let us know at GAR Capital. Shoot us a DM. Shoot Kevin, KEV, GAR Capital, our VP at GAR Capital as well. KEV, GAR Capital. You can always hit Kevin up and he can assist as well to get you set up. Or if you are on the Discord channel and you have a premium signals month to month, you can always convert to annual plan, basic as well. If you're a masterclass student, you're chilling. You're already locked in. You're ready to go. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. S&P 500 futures. Let's get to it. We do have a long position. We are green. We got as high as 40.48, but not 40.50. That's our TP. We expect to break that today. Low volume. Don't expect much. But so far, as we've been talking about on that newsletter that we sent out on Discord as well, I don't think we got that email to everybody. We had an email issue. But again, the 200-day moving average on the daily is their target, 40.59. I'd expect us to reject that and at least chop around a little bit until we get a little more news, or maybe we get something to move us forward, like a CPI number next month, or the FOMC as well, or a PPI. But again, with that being said, that's a very key level. I'm sure a lot of traders are looking at that 200-day as a someplace to short or reject. I did say that we would get there by the end of this week. Let's see. We have until 1 o'clock to get there. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Get to 40.50. I'll be happy because that is the target for the ES long that we have as a signal on futures. So again, if we get around 40, let's see here, 40.59, again, it's still sloping down. That's the 200-day. We could reject. No issues there. That would be more than likely to happen. Really, the target we're looking here is 41.35. That is the downward channel. We could place an alert there. I highly doubt we get there today. I would expect us to break that or at least tap that by the end of the year. So again, I still say the lows are in for the rest of the year. I do expect us to have a year-end rally right around till that trend line here. And then after that, we could always reject. More than likely is what we will get. TNX, which is 10-year treasury yields, this would support our thesis as well, looking like a head and shoulders pattern. All we need to do is break down 36.57. We'll retest the 100-day moving average on TNX at 3.43%. If that does happen, that should get us over the top above that 200-day on S&P 500 futures. That'll get us to that trend line. We should bounce around there. Right on that trend line, right near that 200-day, that's when I want to start buying puts, guys. Why? Because RSI is telling us to do so. Well, not telling us to do so, but giving us an idea. So again, if we do get to around 40.58 to 4100, we'd probably get to a 70 reading on the RSI. If we go to the weekly reading, again, it's still relatively mild, not really crazy in terms of overbought or anything like that. On the 1 hour, we're starting to get to near oversold territory. So again, that does prop us up in terms of what we're expecting. to hit that 200-day. The good news is that we're not at an overbought RSI as of yet, but I think if we get to 41.34, that might get us to around a 70, 75 reading. Give us an opportunity to place some puts, take some profits on possible any longs. Again, as we chop around, we may chop around heading into the FOMC or the rate decision. We expected 75. Now the expectation is 50. So I think we're going to stick with the 50 basis points. I think they are going to slow. There is a slight chance they go 25 basis points, but again, we'll get there when we get there. I still say I think we'll probably get to 50 this go around. Volatility index, you can see this downward channel. We're back in it. That's really it. But again, if you take a look at the 3-week, you could see here to kind of give us a little more of color, right around 20. That's really that support. There was an interesting statistic on Twitter that I read saying that if you bought stocks at VIX 30 and sold stocks at VIX 20, that was a very profitable strategy. Now, again, not that easy, but again, we are volatility traders, and around 1943.20, that's where we want to start kind of looking at going short. And yes, sometimes we do go short, at least for trading, and we do. So again, that might get us back up to around 21 or this 22 level as well. But again, we're starting to hit some support on VIX. I still say we get to where we need to go. Again, in terms of the S&P to that 200-day, that'll get us to right around 2019 handle on VIX, and then it'll probably bounce. And then we may chop around until we have the FOMC. I believe it's on December 10th. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Forex Factory. Let's take a look here. Okay, Forex Factory. You know what? Let's just take a look at the week ahead. Next week, I'll definitely work on the newsletter today, tonight. Tuesday, consumer confidence. We have GDP next, preliminary GDP next Wednesday. We got some OPEC meetings, and Powell speaks on Wednesday. And then we have non-farm payroll report. So we do have some kind of news, sure. We do have some kind of possible market movers, but that's for next week. Maybe we start going down to around that 2019 handle on VIX. Let's take a look at the dollar. This is the big one. This is the one we always talk about, the damn dollar. Let's go to the daily, and you could see here that 105.10. That's my support. That's the level I'm looking for, right around $1.10 from these current levels. Again, if we get there, when I expect we do, we'll tap that 200-day moving average right around 105.10. We'll probably bounce. The VIX will bounce. S&P 500 will fall slightly. And kind of the target, if I wanted to short, after we get to that 200-day, let's say for argument's sake, we get to around 40.60. We take our longs and we're done. Again, I would like to short down to 4,000, and I keep a stop right around 40.83, which is that next fib. That's pretty much the trade I'm looking for. So if you're looking for a trade of the day, more than likely it's going to be futures, not going to be options. I probably would want to stay away from options today just for the decay, unless we start getting some big movement. But today, guys, expect a very, very low volume day. If anything, it's more of a futures and Forex day. But other than that, you're pretty much looking over for next week. Remember, the markets closed at 1. Dow futures up 12, NASDAQ down 50, S&P down about 0.08%. 10-year yields are up 3.741%. That's where they are currently. 106.33 for the dollar, 20.80 for the VIX. Crude oil up about 1% this morning, 78.68. We've talked about crude oil many times. And again, we're starting to get to some near support around 75. Again, this is very deflationary if we start falling more. If bond yields start to fall, oil's going to go with it. So again, keep that in the back of your head as well. We'll have that Russian price cap talk that they're talking about at the EU. That could complicate things. So again, that's something that's always on my radar. That's crude oil. Again, they are decoupling from XLE. But again, if you have some energy plays that you have been long on for a couple of years, or 2020, 2021, or you have some swings or something like that, again, maybe you want to take some profits here, some energy companies. Why do I say that? Because we're starting to hit some very key resistance, a double top possibly. Could we break above it? Sure. But again, looking from here, it doesn't look that great. This is probably an opportunity where I would take some profits on some energy names, maybe look to get back in around the 80s. That's where I expect us to get to, around 81, 85 or so. And then you could possibly reload for maybe a breakout retest. We'll see. But with that being said, I wouldn't want to be long oil here, as I think we're probably going to reject this resistance. Gold futures up 0.11%. Let's see here. Euro dollar 139. Dollar again 139.47, up 91 pips. 103.65 down 45 pips for the euro dollar. Pound dollar is down 44, 120.70. Bitcoin 16,140, hovering above 16,000 on the future side, down about 120, 11.54 for Ethereum. That's green today. Interesting. Let's answer some questions. Alex saying, what do you think about C Long? Well, I do have two banks in my portfolio. I have JPM and I have Goldman Sachs. And Citibank is a good one. I don't think it's a terrible bank. I think Goldman Sachs and JPM are a little better. Your 200-day moving average on the daily is resistance. I wouldn't want to go long Citi until we break above that. I'd want to see if we can actually clear that 200-day, which we have not touched since March. So again, big resistance here. This may be a good candidate to actually place some puts if we start seeing that 200-day rejection on S&P 500 futures. Good call, good question, Alex. Also, one more piece of news, since we're going to wrap it up right now. Tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a small business owner, make sure to DM us your business name and a screenshot of your Instagram, like with all your page and all your info. And then we'll post it under our stories. We do this every year. It's super fun. And again, it kind of is a networking opportunity for those who maybe some contractors or some business owners that you want to connect with in your area. Feel free, please send us those Instagram handles. We'll post it. We're not going to spam you. Don't worry about it. It's not a sales thing. It's more just kind of spread the joy amongst small business owners who are trying to, do their thing for the Christmas holiday. Not everything revolves around the big box companies. There's some really great small business owned companies that do some amazing things and have some amazing products. So we would love to showcase that with you guys on our Instagram page. If you haven't already, make sure to follow us at GAR Capital. If you're a business owner, if you have a store or anything like that, please send us a screenshot of your main page, again, where it shows all your info and your actual handle. We'll post that on the stories. And again, maybe you check out our stories and you see a company that you like or a company you want to do business with. If you have any kind of deals, that's always fun. We're your business as well. Let us know in that DM and we'll post it as well. Anything to help the small business community. We love you all very much. Have a great rest of your morning. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. How about them Cowboys, baby? Great game. Really great games all around. Was kind of tracking the spread. Backdoor cover by the Giants. Bills couldn't cover, and the Vikings take care of business. So there we go. Looking at football spreads is not easy. I thought the stock market was hard. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you on Monday. Remember, the Black Friday deal is live. 50% off all and the annual plan for our premium signals. We'd hope to see you aboard, and we will catch you then on Monday. Cheers, guys.